Alright, so first I want to say, Kala Lal Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of James Griffin Stone and Theokim out there, pushing this truth in sincerity, do elect, Shalom. This is Brother Kanan from James, Jamaica, here with another lesson. And it's going to be a various topics, as you can see on screen, 9/11, which was just yesterday. And, we have some corona, some other virus to update. Just basically the direction in where the world is heading. Because everything ties in. Even from before 9/11 coming up, it's just one motion going into the new world order. And that's what basically I'm here to highlight, and to basically do a lesson on for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to basically wake up the elect among you. Yeah, this message is for you, and also to just get the other nations them aware of what is going to be going to unfold, because they play a major part in prophecy also. But the message is really unto you Negroes, again, Latinos, and Native Americans predominantly. You are the true sons of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know what I mean? So let's get into it. Now, so before 9/11, we didn't have this high tech of security, you know what I mean? This level of security that the world is pushing. Oh, we got to secure the borders like that. It wasn't that strict. Yes, there was security, but it wasn't that strict. So since this incident or this major activity took place, our governments been on this big run to basically, secure the airport, secure everywhere. And by doing so, and giving you all the scare tactics, they see how much persons die, they can basically take away your so-called rights and freedom and provide you with this level of security. And the same thing is happening even now. But if you're out there listening, then you would basically understand that the stories have been out, the inside jobs that I've done with 9/11, and how truthful the story that is being pushed out there, because they went into Afghanistan, where they blame Bin Laden for these type of attacks, or they have weapon of mass destruction and all of these things, creating a scare tactics basically to invade this country for whatever reasons. And we all know that those reasons were what? One, to take away your rights. Two, to gain the wealth over there, to gain the natural resources those people had over there. And the things 20 years after invading Afghanistan and over that side, they have decided to call the troops this year. So this year would be the first year after 9/11 that there would not been any troops in Afghanistan. And what happened? It's just they just went there to take the resources, because they did nothing. The Taliban are still over there with even much more weapons, stronger than before. So it was a big failure, And it's just to show you that it was never really about caring for them, And before I get into some scriptures, because then again, that's what I want to basically highlight, the scriptures mainly. But before getting some scriptures, I just want to show you that, look here, man. These men don't care about you per se, especially you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. I'm talking about the so-called elite, the so-called white man. They don't care about you. Now look at this. Every year they keep this as a memorial. And not only this, look at the things that they keep as memorial, and say they're highlighting. If you look into it really and see that their actions and the things that they do or say, apart from these memorial, they realize that it's not really mourning. They are not mourning for you. They are celebrating their agenda. That's what they keep reminding themselves and celebrating. Look at the Black History Month. You know what I mean? They push this big agenda behind Black History Month, but yet still these people are still racist as hell. So how is it they are celebrating or mourning or by promoting it with these type of holidays, are pushing out this out there when they are racist just the same? Christopher Columbus Day, you know what I mean? Columbus Day. They're not mourning for the loss of our people and those persons that would have lost their lives in that time frame are still you Negro, I think you Israelites, like yeah, right? Still our people. They are rejoicing over us. You know what I mean? And they're celebrating it over and over, mocking it as you look, see what we did to these people. That's what they're doing. You know? There's many more. You know what I mean? Thanksgiving. More. There's many more out there, you know what I mean? These are not um holidays or memorials or anything to really mourn. It's just for them bringing their new agenda. All right, so let me just get the first scripture real quick. So this is Nahum 3 and verse 1. It says, "Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery." Right, which bloody city is that? That is talking about America. America is known for its blood. First and foremost, the slaves that built America is the new Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Millions of you died, even coming over in the waters, across the waters. More people died. Millions of people died on this land building it. You know what I mean? So it's a bloody city. And again, the Bible tells you that blood have to be shed. You know what I mean? For this cleanse, yo. You know what I mean? So America has to go down, and it will go down. So let's continue. It says, "Woe to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robbery." So they tell lies to rob people or to rob nations. And that's what 9/11 was, a lie that was used or pushed through the media houses, which we're going to go to further in the scripture, which is a level of witchcraft. Because again, what is witchcraft? Witchcraft is basically, for some point, magicians that do illusions. And I mean, an illusion can be, it can seem as come across as witchcraft. You know what I mean? So if the media can paint an illusion to you people, it is also known as witchcraft. You can look at it that way. You know what I mean? I know you have spiritual things that are real, but I'm showing you that even this media house showing you an illusion is a witchcraft. Let's continue. It says, "Woe to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpse. They stumble upon their corpses." Right? Because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot, which is what? America. She's that whore that rideth upon the beast. You know what I mean? Let's continue. "And that selleth nations through whoredom." Oh, see, they're talking about in Afghanistan now, what they have done. They've allowed females to go to school. That's their celebration, and that's what they're put. Oh, before this it wasn't the case, and that's what they're saying, So their democracy and the way their agenda, I mean, a so-called giving freedom, which is basically hypocrisy, I mean, our giving democracy is basically hypocrisy. They are creating avenues to disrupt orders across the world, and the world would have sucked into this type of agenda. And there's you're seeing a lot of places these still lies. You know what I mean? But some places are fighting back because again, they are figuring out America. They know that America is the devil. Or America is run by the devil. Right? So let's continue. Alright? It says that selleth the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through whoredom and families through witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. So people it's been revealed to the world that America is a country of big lies. That bloody city portrays nothing but lies. You know what I mean? Lies, on top of lies, and robberies. And people are seeing that when America enter into a country, they are entering there for resources. And when they come, that's what they come for. Even Donald Trump said they should have taken all of it when they went into Afghanistan. They should have taken everything, the oil. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're saying they should have taken it. So they're not even going around the bush with these type of information. They're being blunt and straightforward. Alright? But the Most High is against you. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is against the wicked city, is against the wicked, is against the so-called white man. And I mean, the elites is against you. And because of that, you are going to fall. You are going to fail. Just like every other kingdom that comes and goes. You're going to play your part just the same. You know what I mean? So, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile and will set thee as a gazing stock. Yeah, everybody's looking at America and it's going to go up in flames. Everybody's going to look on the flames going up pretty soon. You know what I mean? So, let's go to Habakkuk very quick. You know what I mean? We're going to get this various topics, so it's not going to just be one thing, but you know, everything ties in because of one agenda. Alright, says Habakkuk 2 and verse 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. They don't stay in their own country and try to fix their own country. They are in every other country. Libya, Syria, Afghanistan. Well, they just left. They're trying to invade every other country. Ukraine. They're trying to be in every other country, trying to fix the country's matters by creating havoc and chaos. And that's the witchcraft that they push out through the media, or CNN, BBC, you name the media platforms that they use to put this information out. And you say, oh, it's on CNN, it's real. No, then you hear two persons come out and show you, say, oh, them man never nowhere near another vicinity, and they make a video like them they did it. Creating witchcraft that's selling illusion. But yet still these people are not brought to justice, are brought to judgment. But guess what? Judgment is coming from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So we wait patiently for that time frame. Let's continue. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations. That's America for you. All nations live in America. And heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? Yes, you're robbing people or countries of their wealth. So you're a robber. Alright, you're a thief. Alright? Again, and says, that which is not his. How long unto him that letteth himself with thick clay? That's putting on debt. That's what that is referring to there. You know what I mean? America is in much trillions of debt right now. You know, and this keep going up and up because this is a debt-based society. You know what I mean? Where you're being tricked in an illusion again, which is witchcraft, to think that the money that you have has value, and it keep losing that value because money keep pumping in society, and you have so much money going on as it's causing inflation. You know what I mean? All of witchcraft, it's a big game, it's a scam. You know what I mean? And if you don't wake up, you're gonna be caught in that trap because they play the game well. They play the game very well. Right? Let's continue. Right? Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and await that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land and the city, and of all that dwell therein. Yes, every nation is going to turn against America eventually, yo. Even their allies, the UN, the NATO is going to turn against America, as prophesied in Revelation 17. You know what I mean? They're going to burn her with fire because them they make league with her for one, and then they're going to realize that she's a bitch, and she's not there to basically help them. See, America I tried get those nations in Europe to basically turn against Iran when they might get benefits and deals from Iran with their oil. So they're saying, so when we turn against Iran or whatever, just because sake of America passing sanctions on Iran, who's going to supply us with oil so we can take care of our people? They are seeing the Most High is lifting the skirt of America and put out trying filter on them so everybody can see what they are. A filthy, corrupt, wicked nation. And don't get me wrong, that these other nations are not corrupt, they are also corrupt, but America top the list, yo. When it comes to war, scheme, and lies and wickedness, America top the list. And their allies are close in them, they are joined together. They're not gonna escape. Even America is gonna be burned by them. They're gonna go up just the same. Because when Yahushua enter, he said there should be fire. I'm gonna also bring fire also to these other people. And who would get fire, I'll get brought into chains. And we're gonna possess them and have them as slaves. They're gonna build back Jerusalem and put it back in order because they destroyed the entire world. The entire world is weeping and wailing at this time. The fishes, the animals, the birds, you know what I mean, the trees, the rivers, everything is under an attack by the so-called white man because he's just that, a virus. You know what I mean? That's just what he is. And actions speak louder than words. We can say, but if you look at the action, that's what the actions are saying, you know. The virus is out there and clear. Now, speaking about virus, we're currently in a pandemic at this time. You know what I mean? We're currently in a pandemic. And again, it is being said that this pandemic could have been planned. You know what I mean? We have our beliefs, you know what I mean, but we're not forcing one to believe in what we're saying. You be your own judge, because you don't know YouTube go about their censorship already, right? You put one and one together and see if you get two, or how much you get. But it's out there that it could be a pandemic, and if it's a pandemic, they're working with it perfectly into their plan, which means their agenda is at hand. You know what I mean? So we've been saying a few things for quite some time, and persons are saying, oh, conspiracy theorists, and oh, that is not factual, and oh, YouTube strike videos and delete videos. But no, these same individuals are these same puppets, these same wicked leaders are coming out and saying things that we've been saying. You know what I mean? There's an agenda out there to get a certain amount of the people under the job. You know what I mean? Because they're going to turn the pressure up. The pressure is rising at this time. We are close to the end of this wicked and devilish society. You know what I mean? We are at that point, you know, because they are creating a collapse, but they are creating a collapse, are trying to do a controlled collapse. You know what I mean? So when they think they secured certain amount of people on their side, then they're gonna go with, they're already making the steps now, because they've made certain standards in certain countries, but certain countries are lacking. And like Brother Shapar always say, I'm gonna just leave certain countries to suffer, yo. You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave certain countries to suffer. So let me just get some more scripture. You know what I mean? Because trusting the so-called white man is just gonna lead you to your death. That's what it's gonna lead to, yo. It's gonna lead to people losing their lives, losing their brain, you know, comparison. People gonna be bugged the hell out because they've trusted in the so-called white man and his ways. You know what I mean? I seek favor. Oh, and persons are not even thinking about real health issues while they are making decisions, though. They are making decisions based on, you send them children to school, and that's mostly Eve. It's mostly the woman, the mostly the black woman, or the Israelite woman, you know, that basically have always been selling out. You know, oh, my children have to go to school, so and then we can't stay with them at them yard because we're going to take care of them, so we get them the job. You know what I mean? Give them the key. Or, yo, come on, yo. But again, many are born in vain. Many have to die. So we don't lose sleep over those who, you know. Then again, in a time period, they just don't even try to stop certain people from making certain decisions. You know, you warn, just so the blood is not on you. And after you say, they made the decision, you leave them alone. They are your enemies, you know, because clearly that's what they're doing, you know. Just a moment here. Alright, so You see all those security that we've been talking about in about with the 9/11 situation where persons would have lost certain rights and certain because of the case of security. Yeah, that's what is taking place now with this pandemic. You know what I mean? You're losing your rights to survive, to feed yourself, to work. You know what I mean? Is either the highway or the byway, according to the so-called white man at this time. You know what I mean? And they're implementing their martial law system currently under our eyes. So let me just read this real quick. Right? It's a preset that has been coming out pretty often since recent, because this is the time that we're living in, yo. So the more certain things increase, you're gonna hear some scriptures coming out more often. You know what I mean? Because it has to be uttered, yo. Alright, so one moment here. Alright, so this is Lamentation 4 and verse 17. It says, "As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching we have watched for a nation that could not save us." Yes, you really think this key that they are pushing out there for everyone to have at this time, for you to be safe, you know what I mean, is really for that? You're delusional to think so. You know what I mean? It's against the whole plan that they have, and they have goals. They have goals. And their goal and what they are saying with this pandemic is not tying up. But if you look into it and see exactly what they are doing, you see that they tie up with them pandemic. What they're saying and what they're doing is two different things. So judge a person by what they are doing and not really what they're saying. And then you will understand or see the truth. You know what I mean? If you just like to listen, as this Bible says, simple believe with everything. You know what I mean? You can't just be a simple person. Oh, the government tell me, and Jones tell me this, Christopher Tufton tell me this, none of them are scientists. Oh, Bill Gates tell this, none of them are scientists. Just a pass on information and give you stats and give you, oh, right, fabricated stats at that too. Let's continue. You know what I mean? It says they enter steps that we cannot go in our streets. We've been in Jamaica here, we've been in lockdown for quite some time. I know the country's businesses are balling out about basically business soon have to collapse or go bankrupt because they just can't make the money that they should be making to sustain themselves in just working. For some places that's just 3 days, because Wednesday, Thursday and Friday is really business days. Saturdays many places are closed. You know what I mean? But yet still, the same government will lock down the country like this have tourists coming in the country and going freely about it, utilizing our rivers and our resources and every other thing that is there to their supply so they can come in. And these same tourists are the people. I know that Jamaica tourism does a big part in the economy. But guess what? You are restricting people that live so-called in the country from having whatever and giving outsiders privilege to go about when these variants and these whatever is coming in is coming from outside. It is just mind blowing to see how dumb these people are, and people sit down and just accept it. And all the government is care about you are blind, you are dumb, yo. That's just the truth. You are delusional. Right? Let's continue. It says, the unter steps that we cannot go in our streets, our end is near. That's what we're saying. This is your end. This is the end of this wicked society. Right? But our days are fulfilled. For our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us up on the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. The breath of our we can stop there. You know what I mean? And this is just the last hurrah or the last push for the so-called white man. So the Bible is saying that he should enjoy himself, going further, because in time I'll come, I'm going to captivity. We much have accomplished, no, not going to come to any fruit. You know what I mean? It's gonna come close to it, but it's not gonna work out. The most are gonna drop that wrench into the argument, and that'll just change everything. You know what I mean? That's what we out here as prophets and as men of the Lord out here waiting for. So people, oh, so what y'all gonna do? You don't know. Yes, our hope is in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Him say go feed with. Him say go guide with. Him say go be basically be a lamp and a light unto us in the dark times that is coming. And we trust that. So we sit here patiently waiting for him to do his will. Because his will start at the end of the day. And whatever his will is, that's what we will have to work with. So we accept it from now. But those who don't believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you are just here being blind and just being a lost sheep. You know what I mean? That's what you are at this moment, yo. Right? So, let me just show you this real quick, because we're getting into that. I'm going to read the scripture real quick. This is, a moment here. Alright, so this is, this is Amos. Alright, so this is Amos, okay. Alright, so this is Amos 9 and verse 8. Alright, let's go to this. Alright, let's start from verse 8. Amos 9 and verse 8. It says, Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord. And Jacob is what? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans predominantly, or wherever in the world our people dwell, because we are scattered in four corners of the earth. If you descend from those men, you know what I mean, Jacob's children, sons, then you are an Israelite. Doesn't matter how you look, doesn't matter your eye color, doesn't matter your skin color. If your seed go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, then you are. Now you're going to say, oh, can we track our seed? No, we can't. But if your spirit resonate with this, if this makes sense to you, and this is a movement, the spirit move up, spirit make you move. The scripture says the spirit quicken it. It makes you alive. If this is quickening you, then chances are, more than likely, you're an Israelite. And chances are, you are being called. And if you're being called, it says, when if you are chosen, you can be chosen. And I mean, it's not for us to decide who is the chosen or not. We are here to just speak the word, and the word take effect or fall upon the dry bones that need to get life, and they will awake. You know what I mean? And come out and do what we are doing, yo. So let's continue. It says, For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. What that mean? If you have stones among sons, let's say the stones are the other nations, and Israel is the son. Even though stone and sand similar, you know what I mean? Because the same stone you get, the same gravel you get sand out, or mixture of them. But if you sift it, you get the refined stone, which is which is sand, which is what basically the most I prefer at this time. The sun. You know what I mean? So you sift the sun, and the big stone them remain, the boulders them night remain. What you do with them? You throw them one side, because you save the one them you want, which is the sift. The sun them, the sun gets sieved out and come down. That's what the Most High is doing with these nations, with the world right now. Amongst the entire world, you have Israelites mixing and mingle amongst other nations, and the Most High shake it up and say, yo, look here, you belong to me. You belong to me. You belong to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And you're seeing us coming out together and pushing this truth. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to save a portion of us. Alright, let's continue. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sift in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth, because at the end of the day, all Israel shall be saved. But it comes in a motion. So you have the first fruit, and then you have the rest that comes. You know what I mean? Those that are going to be the one that enters into the kingdom, and then you're going to have the one that are born of the kingdom. You know what I mean? However, all Israel will be in the kingdom with different rankings. You know what I mean? That's how it is. Alright, so let's continue. But we are going to be good. Alright? all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So all those who refuse to believe and accept that the Most High is going to destroy his wicked kingdom, you are going to go down with it. Alright? You are going to go down with it. Those who believe and hold faith and then to the end, we are going to be delivered, yo. If you hope unto the end, the Lord is going to deliver you. And that's what we're out here to do, to build your faith. We know we can't do it ourselves, but we're preaching this word, which is going to build your faith, which is basically getting done by Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, because he speaks to his prophets. Alright? So, 30 minutes, I'm going to try to do the last precept, which, as I said, these precepts must come out because this is time frame that we're living in. You're going to hear them more and more. We know we're going into the MOTB, you know what I mean, which is basically the whole agenda that they're going to try and get you on. They're going to bring in them blockchain and then tie you with all of it. This is going to be the mark to everything, which is the MOTB, you know what I mean, which is going to show you if you are a part of the society that they have or not. And just like a person can't hold out now with this simple idiot job or key that really, not doing anything, because after a certain time frame, you have to go back again to get it, which you're putting your health risk for something that doesn't have any real benefits, basically, if you want to put it that way, because it doesn't last, and your people are still out there just saying, oh, it may be less than, come on, yo. You know what I mean? You're putting yourself under so much risk for something that doesn't even last for a long time frame. An experiment that is being done on you. Alright, let's continue. Let's get to this scripture. Alright? This is 2nd Ezra. And this is chapter 15 and verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up against another, and swords in their hands. That's going to raise war, yo. Because you're going to have famine, you're going to have shortage of food, you're going to have unrest out there, you're going to have, you see what is taking place now? People are out there protesting in everywhere. It's not violent as yet, but it's going to get there, and the government knows it's going to get to that point, because it cannot just push people to the fence and expect them not to fight back. And they are expecting that fight back. That's going to also push their agenda when the resistance come. You know what I mean? So they want it. Let's continue. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. So these people are going to turn against bro God, big nose. They're going to turn against Joe Biden. They're going to turn against whoever is in power, giving them information, because they're going to see that they are blind, dumb dogs that are not guiding them in any good way. They're going to see that they've been betrayed. They're going to see that they've been sold to the elites of this world, you know what I mean, into a new world order, into a one world government, into a trap, and then some are going to fight back. And the wise ones are going to look on, you know what I mean, and wait for Yahweh Hashem Yoshai to fight for us. But the fools will go out there and fight, and they will fight a losing battle, because again, the elites want you to do so. Alright? For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. And that's talking about Jacob's tribulation, yo. All this is taking place now is leading to what? Jacob's tribulation. Which you're going to see what we're saying. Persons are now coming out and talking like they've been seen, but this is all about the waking up. Once they come to the truth, then Yahweh Hashem Yahshai and they just rejoice like that, yo. Some people are waking up and acting as if they know what they are saying, but they are still leaning onto them own self as if they have the way out. And they're going to see pretty soon that they have fallen in the trap of so-called white man to fight and to lose. You know what I mean? So fight the right battle. fight with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we are more than conquerors. We've already won. We're already winners, yo. We can't lose. Because the battle was and the stage is already set, and we set it, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So that's how I just want to wrap it up. You know what I mean? 35 minutes. I want to say again, Kala Lal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is to give our praise to the Heavenly Father, in the name of His Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, and to the elders out there, of the honors, and to Yakim, Shalom.